Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Life is Tiff Knows It. Tiff here bringing you another WIP and Chat. This is WIP and Chat 101. Like, not as in a tutorial, but my 101 WIP and Chat I've made. And yeah, I'm working on this giant project that I worked on a couple weeks ago. I have been neglecting it, which I told myself not to, so I'm glad to be working on this piece. This piece is a 70 by 100 centimeter diamond painting with the majority of the background the color that I'm doing now. So extremely blue, you should say. You could say. It is a project for work, so I'm not going to show the whole image of it. But rather just plug along. I'm not multi-placing very much because I work with middle school students and the placement of some of these diamonds is not great. So sometimes when you're multi-placing on a canvas where already the placement's a little bit messed up, it just, it's not great. So this is going to be a very long project, and hey, I'm all for it. It's summertime. I just need to actually, that fell off of my pen, but I'm gonna just place it there anyway. I'm just gonna work. I need to be better about actually working on it. And of course my pen does not seem to be picking up diamonds. I need more wax. I just saw some on the floor. Yay for wax on the floor, I guess. Oh, goodness me. Okay. So I feel that, since I filmed my last WIP and Chat, a ton has happened. But before I get into that, I just want to say I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying cool. I don't know. I know that weather varies depending on where people live, but woo, the weather has been hot here. And I just hope you're doing okay. So tell me in the comments how you're doing. I want to hear about you. And I haven't for a while introduced what a WIP and Chat is, just in case you're new to WIP and Chats. WIP just stands for work in progress and chat. And that's what I am doing right now. Sorry about the shadow on this. And I'm just realized I'm not even in the frame, am I? Jeez, you guys. You'd think I'd learned by now, but hopefully that's better to just, so it's in the frame. Yeah, so my week has been chock full of fun adventures. I can't even remember every day what has happened, so I'm going to try to recap it probably chronologically. I guess that makes the most sense. So let's see. I don't think I talked about last week Denise having a maybe I did a play date with a friend, and that went super well. It was so fun. Denise is my 5-year-old, if you weren't aware of that. She's an only child, and she really does like to socialize with others. And so having a play date was super fun. We went to the pool. We played Minecraft. They played Minecraft. Got to hang out with a friend of ours and their kids, and his kids, I should say. And yeah, it was a fun time. So that was on Sunday last week. And Monday, Denise started a preschool class, like a summer camp. And of course, I felt so bad for her. So there's a boy in her class that she's very, very clear she does not like him. Like, she feels he's mean. And it sounds like he is a handful. I don't think she's wrong in being frustrated or upset by this kid. And I saw him when I went to a field day. I'm going to try to diamond paint from over here. Maybe that. No, that's not going to help. And when I went to her field day, I absolutely saw, like, oh yeah, this kid is a lot. Like, not in a mean way. Like, just an observation. Like, I understand. I can understand why Denise would be frustrated. So, of course, no one from her school is in this summer camp. It's, like, through the city that we live in. It's kind of, like, far away from where we live. It's, I mean, not super far, but, like, 5 miles away. Like, there's so many other options for kids and different summer camps. And, of course, this kid who Denise does not get along with is in the class. And what was really funny is his grandma and him seemed so excited that Denise was there. And Denise and I were just kind of like, oh, great. Like, you can't say anything. Like, you can't say, I don't want you here, you know, or so it made me laugh. Poor Denise. Thankfully, she made a friend in class. And it sounds like he kind of found his groove without hanging out with Denise. And then he wasn't there the second day. So these summer camp classes are just 2 days a week for like 3 hours. So not a huge commitment. And so, yeah, but so that was fun. It was hard to figure out like what to do with my time. Like having 3 hours to myself, it's like, it's not enough time to like, you know, like even like going home, it took about 25 minutes to get home. And then, you know, it takes 25 minutes to get back. So, you got to account for that. So what I ended up doing was I ended up filming a lot of content that I need to edit. That is like yarn shop with me's. So that's what I did the first day on Monday when she was in her cute little class. And that was fun. It was super fun. And then on Tuesday, what did we do Tuesday? Man, it's all a blur. We did go swimming. I know we went swimming quite a bit. Can't remember what we did Tuesday. Wednesday was her class again. About that time during the week, I realized that our neighborhood was having a garage sale. So, I bit the bullet and thought, you know what? It's summer. Our garage is cluttered. Why not? Like, I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and I'm gonna do a garage sale. Like I've helped with garage sales as a kid, but I have not done one as an adult. Denise has had like so much clothes and like baby stuff pile up in our garage. And I thought, let's do it. Let's do a garage sale. And I really was not aware of how much work it is to do a garage sale. Like we didn't even like price things. I did not put price tags on it. I realized very soon, like, too overwhelming. Like, I'm going to just make signs. And we, I'm trying to think before I get into the actual garage sale, was there anything else that we did that before the week? Oh, I remember what we did on Tuesday. We went to Trader Joe's. I kind of want to do like some shopping hauls at Trader Joe's. I get these like same items over and over again that I love. I love the rolled chili and lime tortilla chips. So good. And they have these cauliflower and Swiss frittatas for breakfast. That's so good. And then I splurged and got some licorice. Got strawberry licorice, which does sound kind of boring, but while we were there, Denise grabbed a thing of spaghetti, just like a bag of spaghetti. And I don't know what happened, but it exploded everywhere. So I was trying to like pick up all this spaghetti and let an employee know. I didn't want anyone to slip on it. Like, it actually was kind of slippery. It acted like a roller skating situation a little bit. It reminded me of. So but it all worked out. It's all fine. So the rest of the week, it was kind of just like prepping for a garage sale that we had on Friday. And the neighborhood garage sale was Friday and Saturday. But I had booked a craft show in Greeley. That's where my parents live. So I knew that I'd only do the garage sale for one day and then the craft show the next day. And I thought to myself, you know what? Like, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to sell my crafts at the garage sale. Like, I had to prep for it anyway. I would just have my crafts on the table staring at me. Well, not staring at me, but I do sometimes set up a mock craft table in my living room, which sounds kind of silly, but then I get a look at it and then I adjust things. I really take a lot of prep. I tried really hard to like prep well for a craft show, so I thought I might as well. And I kind of like had some second thoughts when I was like the day of getting ready for it. Like, this is like a silly idea. Like, people are gonna like haggle my crafts or like say something mean. And so to prevent that, Denise and I did go to Dollar Tree and we bought these posters, and one said yard sale, one said lemonade stand, which she did a lemonade stand. I'll talk a little bit about that because it was like super successful. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I also, oh no, I just choked on my own spit. Gosh. I also made this sign that said craft sale, and I said set prices, like to kind of like discourage people from haggling, because I was afraid I was going to get my feelings hurt. Like, there's so much work that goes into making crafts, and like, I don't know. I felt so vulnerable, and it felt silly a little bit to be selling it out of my garage. But I'll tell you what, it kind of paid off. I sold 2 diamond painting greeting cards, both of which I unboxed in an earlier video. And I also sold 4 pairs of earrings. So I have not made jewelry for years, like years and years. I used to make jewelry. I used to sell earrings on Etsy, and I honestly stopped because I got a lot of imposter syndrome. I had this really bad experience with an order of earrings, and like, I just did not understand what the person was wanting. And then she left me a bad review. Or like, no, it wasn't even a review. It was like a message to me about like how, I don't know. I'm probably remembering it in like a dramatic way, but it did not feel good at all. So anyway, I also had an experience once of trying to make a custom hat that someone wanted, and I tried my best, and whoever it was just like super straight up and said, nope, this does not look like the hat I wanted, and I'm not paying you for it. Ouch. That still hurts my ego. Like, I don't know. The things that I make like are super important to me, and so that is the cost of selling things. And so I had all these like what ifs at the garage sale. It paid off. No one tried to haggle me. Like, someone did say, can I get like a group or a discount for buying so many? So I sold these earrings, and they're earrings that I just had. I was cleaning out my craft room for the garage sale, and the earrings I made like at least 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I really just was like, I want to get rid of them. And I sold 5 pairs of earrings, including at the craft show. So I'm like, wow, like maybe I almost threw away like my earring stuff, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I could make earrings and just sell them for a low cost. Like, it's so hard because it's a trap. there are certain supplies I would need to make earrings, and I don't have my pliers. So I don't want to like repurchase materials to make something that did not bring me joy. And I don't want to spend money to do that. So if I can find my pliers, which the chances are kind of slim because I like went through all my craft stuff. I mean, I could keep my eyes peeled, but if I could find the supplies to make things, or if the supplies were really cheap, I might consider getting back into the earring selling game. So yeah, you never know. You never know what people are gonna buy, and it made me laugh because I thought for sure like the bumblebees that I made would sell, and I got a couple compliments, but it was the earrings. So yeah, you never know. You never know. The garage sale, let me talk about the lemonade stand. So another thing I wasn't expecting, like I really had low expectations for this garage sale. I thought I was going to sell some of Denise's clothes, maybe make 10, 15 bucks. Like at least call it a day, in the sense that like afterward I was determined to get most of it to a thrift store. So I thought, it's like I'm getting paid a tiny, tiny amount to do a task that I hate. And that's kind of what I thought about it. And we ended up, like, Denise's lemonade stand, she sold so much lemonade that Bill had to go buy more. Now, we bought so much, we cut majorly into our profit because of how much lemonade we bought to replace the lemonade. So we're going to have lemonade for a long time at our house. I'm going to try to make a lot of Arnold Palmers this summer. But I thought that was good. I like right away, like even before I was done setting up, people were coming by. I was surprised. We made over $100, including with my crafts, and I was exhausted. I had a couple of moments where I was not very patient with Denise, and I feel like motherhood and just parenthood, it's so hard because I think of this scene from a show called How I Met Your Mother, where the whole premise of the episode is about like you can do something right 99 times, but if you do it wrong once, it causes a big impact. And I felt like prepping for that garage sale, it just took me over the edge. Like things that Denise were doing, she wasn't trying to be naughty or bad. I was just like so stressed, and I was really short-tempered with her. I yelled at her when I shouldn't have, and I made her cry, and I didn't mean to. And so those are like moments that I'm mad at myself for, and I need to forgive myself because I don't think Denise even remembers. Like I'm the one that kept bringing it up and kept saying, I'm sorry. And she's like, Mommy, stop saying sorry. Like she seemed annoyed with it. But I think it's because I've come such a far way. Like I used to be way more impatient with Denise, especially when I was working the job that I really hated. I didn't have the mental capacity to be calm and slow my reaction. And I don't think I said anything super hurtful to her, but I just was not like the best mom I could be. And like, that's what I really want. Like, I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good wife. I want to create super fun memories with Denise this summer. Like, and the garage sale, prepping for it, like making the lemonade stand poster, and like that was fun, but there were just moments, it just brought out a lot of stress. So I do regret that. I do regret it, but I can't go back either. So I'm trying to give myself grace with that. And yeah, so the garage sale was a big success. I was super tired afterward, and I thought, why did I schedule a craft show the next day? Like, that was just too much. Like, and we did go to a thrift store, and I donated 2 carloads of stuff. We have room in our garage. Our garage is not perfect. I think that, like, my next step that I really want to do, with my husband's help, like, because I don't want to do it all myself, is organizing the garage. Like, we have all these shelves, but we don't utilize them very well. And so, like, I really think we can consolidate and condense a lot of things in our garage to make it much better, and honestly, to make room for my craft show stuff. So let's go ahead and just get into the craft show stuff. This is the craft show with the storefront that I sell my crafts through, and it's just so funny. I don't know what to say. I really had low hopes for that as well. Like, I thought, I kind of went into it though, like, feeling okay. Like, you know what? Like, I sold stuff in my garage sale. Like, my crafts are, like, sellable for sure. People compliment me all the time. They, I'm feeling good. And so I'm like, whatever happens today, it's fine. There was a little bit of stress, which comes with new things. Like, I decided to do a garage sale. I spent the last weekend with my dad constructing a new display for my craft shows, which I've never, like, I'm taking a lot of these, like, dreams I have, and I'm trying to make them a reality. And I have to remember that I need to give myself a lot of grace, because it's hard to do new things. And so there was a little bit of stress with setting up the display. But I got it done. I kind of got overheated doing it. I was kind of joking with Bill, and I said, man, I think I got overheated because I don't own any shorts. Like, I used to wear, like, basketball shorts. And I don't like my legs. I don't like showing them. I'm like, if my legs were a shade, it would be sour cream. Like, that's how white they are. So I don't want to blind people, and my legs just burn immediately. So, we did end up buying me a pair of shorts today that I'm wearing right now, and I'm really happy about it because it's been so hot. Our house has not had air conditioning, so I think because I feel hot at home, I was in a hot garage the day before, and then I'm setting up this display, just like sweat spewing, and I didn't have my hair up. I wanted it down because I thought it looked nicer down. That was silly of me. So, but I got the display going. My dad he usually helps me set up, and he had to do something, an errand that he needed to do. And that's totally fine. It all worked out. I was super proud of how my display looked. If I think about it, I will insert a picture to show you, because I was really proud of it. I also there'll be a YouTube short that's released that shows my display. And that was with, like, just kind of, I had no prep time to, like, beforehand practice putting things on there. Like, I went with just the pegs for the pegboard that I had from my garage, and I think for what I had and the time I had to do it, I'm freaking proud of myself. And so my sales were not fabulous, but I did get 3 sales. I sold some hair scrunchies and a pair of earrings. I had to think. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, that adrenaline rush. And then I just kept thinking, like, the other thing that was cool is the person next to me was super nice. Like, I met someone new. I got some really good ideas. She told me about a craft show that is only $25. My dad gave me an idea to do another craft show. So I'm really in this state of mind where the sky is the limit. I'm really, really excited and happy about crafting. And I think that, like, you know, if now that I know that I can make this display or this can be replicated, I could make like multiple of these pegboard displays and I can display a ton of things on them. So I'm super motivated to make more diamond paintings. I also, oh, I don't know how to explain it in words, but like sometimes like I get really hyper focused on like how to make this craft display work. Like I've thought about this for the past half a year at least, more than that. And I had this suggestion from a Facebook group about like how to display my hats because I don't necessarily like the way my current setup has been because it kind of stretches out the material. And so someone suggested a dish rack. But then when I put the hats there, they just flopped over. And it occurred to me like 4 months later, because I bought these, I thought, what a waste. And what am I going to do with these? I'm wasting money. It occurred to me, I can put a piece of cardboard inside the hat that'll keep it stiff and will hold it up. And it looks amazing, I think. So like I spent $25 on a display set that like can display, I think there's 6 of them and it holds 6 hats. So 36 hats. And now it's like fate has my back. It all came together because it also has this part that like goes perfectly into a pegboard. So I really lucked out that I ordered those, that I didn't give them away, that I had to just like think about it, you know? So that's a huge excitement for me because like I think everything is coming together to really like give me the opportunity to actually like make some money doing crafts. And I've wanted to do that for years. I think I've felt so mentally overwhelmed in my job in the past, like my normal school job, that I haven't been able to actually pursue that. And then when I had Denise, I just gave up on crafting for at least like 2 years. I couldn't do it. I wanted to do it. It was making me frustrated. And so, I just put it on pause, which that's what you do as a parent. And it's not a big deal now. It wasn't really a big deal then. I was tired and overwhelmed. I didn't want to craft because I was so overwhelmed. And that's the same for my job. And, because like my job is turning out really well, which I do need to remember that, like, I hope it's not a fluke that I had such a great year, but like, this is what makes me happy and this is what brings me joy. And I'm making traction on it, So I think too, the big caveat, which I talked about last time, is like finding that balance because I don't want this to be an all the time, full time consuming me thing. I want it to be something I do in my free time. And I'm also feeling like my goal is to connect with my family. Like that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Okay, sorry about that. I am back now. But yeah, it's all about connection. And so, yeah, I'm really excited though. I think this is a really good week for the most part. I just need to remember what my goal is. My goal is to have fun and like I don't want this to stress me out. I want to be with Denise. I don't want there to be these moments where I get super frustrated and just blow up at her. Like like when I say that, I mean I just yell. Like I don't ever hurt her physically. I hope I don't hurt her feelings. She said that I've hurt her feelings. That breaks my heart. But yeah. So I also, man, yesterday, the craft show is Saturday, today's Sunday, so it was all yesterday. It was a packed day. Anytime I go to Greeley, I feel this obligation to visit my grandma, and she's been in assisted living since January. And I visited her last week. I've seen her be increasingly like confused about things, but whoa, this was different this week. It was pretty clear, like it's either a medication thing or she's struggling. She's rapidly declining with her memory. Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe it's just, bad day, but she was so confused and it was so sad. Just, she couldn't remember her daughter's name. She couldn't remember where she lived. She couldn't remember like really important, like big things. And it just seems so different than last week with her. So yeah, that was sad. I don't know what else to say about that. Like, I don't know. It's just anyone who's struggling or seeing a family member struggle with dementia, that's so hard. My grandpa went through that too. I think, I told her, and I'm like, it must be kind of scary to not really know what's going on. She said, I remember things, I just can't connect the things. And so I thought that was insightful. I also had a chance to have coffee with a friend of mine that I've known since elementary school when I was in Greeley. And yeah, it was so fun. And she's going to come spend the night tomorrow night because she has a training in town. I'm really excited. The week coming up is kind of a busy week. We have, Denise starts a class about fairies tomorrow, and I'm going to be working on some work stuff while she's in the class. So I do have a definitive task that I need to complete. I'm going to try to do it at a coffee shop I've never been to, treat myself to a drink, and then in the morning I'm gonna have to clean the house because my friend's coming to spend the night. Then we're going grocery shopping with my father-in-law, so busy day tomorrow. Hopefully in the morning I can at least craft for a little bit. Her class isn't until noon, so Denise and I get up usually like 6:30 or 7 in the morning. So early start to our summer days, but that's okay. One thing I forgot to tell you is she made up this weird game. She's such a strange child, and I love it. I love it. So we're in the pool, and she's developed this bravery to jump in, which is, I don't know, every kid's different. She's been really afraid to jump in the pool. And so she has a like kind of life jacket floaty thing, and she also has a unicorn inner tube. And so with both of those, I assured her, you're not even going to go underwater. Like if you jump in, you'll just pop up. Like you're not going to go underwater. And so she did that, and she got all brave. And then she's like, let's play ladies and cars, or cars and ladies. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, you're an old lady and I'm a car, and you are crossing the street and you have to move before the car hits you. And when I jump into the pool, that's the car. I was like, what are you talking about? I think that's hilarious. What a strange girl. So I don't know. It's been really a fun time. I do think I'm going to probably wrap up the WIP and chat here. I appreciate any likes, comments. Super helpful for the algorithm. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing. I make WIP and chats every week. Diamond painting is every other week. And then I do a yarn related whip and chat every other week as well. Thanks so much, and have a good evening, good day, good whatever time of day you're watching this. I'll see you soon. Bye.